Okay, so Steph and I were violated. We're getting guests to win, so if it affects the audio, I apologize.
You don't need that.
Go macro. Ooh, I'm having salted caramel and chocolate chip. So we get up. I'll start it like this.
Always good to tell a story when your mouth is full.
It's good. We're home early. We didn't plan on being here at this time of the day. But this morning, I go get in the car. Buddy and I, and then Steph's coming. And I turn the car on, and I hear this loud noise. It wasn't instantaneous, but I turn it on, and all of a sudden, this loud noise. And I look over at the neighbors, because the neighbor kid, a relative gave him a truck, and they've been working on it now and then. So I hear that loud noise. I look over there, nobody's out there. And then I'm like, is that the Prius making that noise?
Because
So
it's
I
silent.
turned it off.
Our car.
Yeah, it's a Prius. So I turn it off, turn it on again. Wow, that noise comes out again, like super loud. And so I turn it off, and I'm like, man, something's wrong with the Prius. And I get out, and I look underneath it, and I don't even know why I looked underneath, but it was like, there's nothing else on these cars.
Draining out.
So I look underneath it, and then, oh man, what is it? Why would this do this? And so I got on my phone, and I wrote, Prius, turned my Prius on, made loud noise, and then it says, first thing that pops up was stolen catalytic converters. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I go look on, now I went kind of under, and Steph came out, and she had her phone, and sure enough, our catalytic converter was cut off.
In our driveway.
In our driveway.
Our quiet little neighborhood.
Yep. Yeah, and it's expensive for one. You know, like those are expensive, especially on California, because California is more strict on emissions and stuff like that. So it's like over $2,000. It's going to be about $2,100. But here's the thing that is the most annoying, like it's just still bugging me mentally, is that somebody came into our driveway. I live in a cul-de-sac, so you come in, you recognize a vehicle that you don't see every day, you know, like the vehicles that live there. But in this day and age, you got a lot of people doing Ubers or having grocery deliveries like we do. Yeah, so there's cars that come in and out, but to come into your personal space and steal from you,
And they had to have a saw that
gross.
was really loud to saw that off, right?
Well,
so in the middle of the night, that's a big risk.
Research I did though is that, like, I started looking it up. The Prius, they target Prius because it's super fast, easy to get to, easier to cut because of just the access, and they can do it like in 60 seconds. Like professionals can get in there and do it in 60 seconds. I don't know why you call them professionals. They're the
Professional thieves.
Yeah, disgusting human beings that are willing to do that can do it in 60 seconds. And so, I was talking to Steph's parents,
Jimmy Fisher.
and her dad said that the reason that they're doing this, which we didn't know anything about this, is that there's palladium in there. And palladium, the automobile manufacturers, there's a shortage of it. So the prices went up. It's literally like $2,000 an ounce, some crazy number like that. And there's palladium in the catalytic converter, so they're making a lot of money doing this. For me, I think that my dilemma is mental. It's not.
Yeah, he's been
It's not
sad.
about the. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like seriously, it's disgusting when somebody goes to your house and steals from you.
Yeah.
Like takes your stuff. And we were talking, like, what if I was a single mom and I had kids and I have one freaking vehicle and I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and then they
and you
do
had to
that.
go to work that day.
Well,
And what if
I
there
find
was
out. I get out there and I'm getting ready to go to work and my car's not working.
Yeah.
And then when I find out what's wrong with it, and it's going to be over $2,000. I mean, that's happening to people.
Yes.
They're doing it. Steph's parents, when we were talking to them about it, they said one of the, like, they live in a retirement community and they have a like a place where they can go and do recreational stuff. You know, what is it?
The rec center.
And in the parking lot of the rec center, somebody steals this guy's catalytic converter.
Sees when you're going to golf clubs or whatever you're going in with, knows
Yeah.
you're going to be a while, steals them in the parking lot. He also said that a guy got
So
busted
messed
with a
up.
whole truck full of them.
Oh yeah, a truck full. So
It's
thousands
happening
and thousands
everywhere.
of dollars. It sucks. But again, it's, for me, it's that violation, and
Yeah.
you're like, you feel helpless. Like, when did this happen?
And the crazy thing is, I took all the cameras down because our house got painted. So the cameras weren't even up. The Ring doorbell didn't catch it. As far as I know, I'm gonna have to look back, but I got the sensitivity off in the driveway part from where it is because it'll pick up every time a car goes by, which I guess is good, but we wouldn't have been able to get the license plate or
mailman,
anything.
you got Amazon coming through here, all the cars we talked about.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put it back onto high alert, and then I'm putting the cameras back up today, and so it'll be fine. We're also gonna put some more. I got on a bargain buy thing 2 floodlights that are solar floodlights. We're gonna put those out front, I guess. I was gonna put them back here, but this is pretty lit up with this,
Yeah.
with our lights now, with this white.
This would
top
be
that we
very.
have.
This would be very bold, and I mean, see, it's a shame that you start to think like that
Yeah,
when you get ripped off. We're like, oh, now we got to do this in our
and we live in
neighborhood.
such a safe neighborhood,
Yeah,
safe town.
yeah, it's very nice. I mean, there's not a. It just sucks. It's not like our neighbors are doing it. There's
Right.
these people. There's so much money in this that they drive around, so they could just cruise through a community. They know which vehicles it's going to be fast and easy, and that's
then
what
they
they're
take the
that's what they're
chance.
targeting.
It's so
I
crazy
know.
that they would take the chance.
When I looked it up, I typed in the thing, you know, for catalytic converters, and there's Prius pops up on YouTube. There's a lot of Priuses, and there was a news feed where the police were there. They had a Prius in a business park, and it was taped off, caution taped off. One of those guys was trying to steal a catalytic converter, and it fell on him. He had jacked the car up, and it fell on him and crushed him. I think most of them just go in there and do it. But if you're just that brazen, you go out there, you jack it up a little bit, makes it faster even. Trying to just let this thing go and not let it become obsessive about it, for me, because it just bugs me so much that happened and that you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna do a police report just so that maybe other people are doing the same thing.
We
and
could have
they'll
had every.
they'll target it, you know, like they could see that a bunch of people in this area are complaining about it, or they had them stolen,
Yeah.
and then maybe the police will come out more in this. I don't know what they do. Like, that's part of that helpless thing.
Yeah.
Also, on the YouTube videos I was looking at, they had in some cities they etch, like, you go to the police station and they'll etch your license plate number on the catalytic converter. Not that it'll stop them. Maybe it would stop some of them if they knew about it, but if they find that one being sold or somebody in possession of it when it's not their license plate, then they can be busted.
And they did a really clean cut, Steve said. You should actually insert a video.
I'll show you guys
Take a
what it
video
looks
of what it looked like under there.
That has been cut off. Then, see, and look,
Because
they're
I
doing
don't
this.
even know.
They've probably done it hundreds and hundreds of times,
Nice.
and they're really good at it.
Yeah.
If you own a car that's going to be a target of that, which we don't know, I guess it's any car can be a target, but they're putting these things on their, like, whether it's a big piece of metal that goes on top of the whole assembly to where it's harder to cut. There's another one that looks like a box that they use under there, and you have to cut through that. Like, they're making it, you can go to places where they'll make it much more challenging for them to get it. And they probably would, if they look under there and they see that, they're probably going to just go to the next one. But
I think they should have a shock device on there. It back shocks them. Like, you touch the metal
Yep.
with the metal, you get zapped. Something. Like a current.
I wouldn't feel bad about shocking somebody stealing.
even just to deter them. It doesn't have to hurt them, but you know,
I wouldn't
nobody
feel
wants
bad
to
if it
sit there
hurt
and
'em.
keep buzzing on it.
I really, at this stage, I would say if it shocked them enough to make them pass out, throw up, you know, lose their memory, I would have no problem with it. I'm feeling better because talked about it, got coffee, got this macro bar, but it is a disgusting, it gives you a feeling in
Violation.
the pit of your stomach, yeah, when you're violated like that. It's just so,
Rude.
ugh.
And an inconvenience. Like, we have to get AAA to tow the car
Yeah.
all the way to the shop. First, we're going to call the shop guy, but I don't know. We'll have to call him. And then have it towed there just to,
Hey, buddy.
you know.
Buddy
annoying.
doesn't care.
No, she doesn't
But
care.
we, you know, we had a,
How did we not hear
and
it?
our day was like, we're leaving the house early, we're going to go down to San Diego, changed all our plans.
Broke our fast early just to get out of here so we could go to Diego.
Changed all our plans.
Yep. And then
Because of
now
the
we have to
speed.
drive the cars that get bad gas mileage until it's fixed. And we've been thankful. Gas is like $6 here right now. So we've been so thankful we've had the Prius.
I think it's like really high everywhere. Maybe not like ours is 6+,
Yeah,
but
crazy. So everybody that poo-poos on the Prius, you're not doing
Yeah.
it now. It's a great car. It gets like 50 miles a gallon. We fill it up hardly
that's
ever.
another thing. That car, we have never had problems with our car.
Mm-mm.
It's got 170 something thousand miles.
Mhm.
Gets great gas mileage.
Really good.
It's roomy. Like we really like that
We've
car.
had to do like a sensor once, a sensor we had to fix.
Oh,
and one other
Penny,
thing,
a
little.
light. You fixed the light or something on it.
Yeah,
Headlamp.
yeah. So I mean, like
We just
nothing.
done all we've
It's a
done is
great
oil
car.
changes. That's it.
And we've been saying we're just gonna drive it till it dies.
Yeah.
But we love it.
And then this happens. Have you guys ever been like violated like that? Not anything where you know, God forbid, physically hurt, because that's traumatic too.
Yeah, like a home invasion.
Yeah, that's super traumatic. But just having something that you never see them, they steal something from you, you know.
Like
When
a porch pirate. We've had some of those before.
I mean, we are grateful that it's nothing worse.
Yeah, they
No.
didn't steal anything. And our neighbor said he had a bunch of
They
tools
did steal
out.
something. They stole the catalytic converter. Jeez.
I meant like, you know, they didn't break in
They
there
they
and
came to they
break
were
all our windows and steal stuff. And
they came to get exactly what they wanted. Like
Yeah.
they know what they want, and it's a high dollar item. You guys ever been ripped off like that, and how did you get over it mentally?
how about just your car being stolen? You go outside and your car's gone.
That one's a freaky one.
Yeah.
Having a car stolen. Whew. That would be weird. You walk out. I'm just picturing it. You walk out. Like say I walked out this morning,
I parked out
putty,
here.
and started looking for the Prius, and be like, oh, what did you park the Prius somewhere else?
I don't think I did.
We've never had a car stolen, right?
No. Never.
What difference does it make if they stole it?
So,
You could still torture them.
you torture them. How do you do it?
There's a lot of ways.
Attack cat?
Phone books.
Stick
I don't
your
know how they do it with a
attack
phone book.
cat on
It's
it?
always a phone book, and I don't even know how they do it with a phone book. You give somebody with a phone book and that doesn't leave marks or something.
What do you mean the phone book?
In old movies and stuff, like the detectives are interrogating people and they say they beat them with a phone book because of the,
I vaguely remember that
like it
now.
doesn't, it's got a big surface so it won't look like fisters. I don't know. I don't know why they said that, but that I've heard it many times. A rubber hose, beat them with a rubber hose. That's torture.
Waterboard them.
Putting that light and asking them questions. Where's the bicep go? Where?
I can tell you one thing. If you stick things under their fingernails, you would have a problem with that.
You wouldn't?
I'd probably be okay with that.
If I shoved bamboo underneath your fingernail.
I've shoved things under your
I
fingernails.
know. I'm telling you. You said you wouldn't have a problem with it.
I don't think I
I
feel
have a
pain,
problem with
remember? So much.
She
I could
shoved
handle
it.
a lot
Remember
more.
when you know this part of your nail that
Cuticle.
the cuticle? One time she was wanting to do something with my cuticles. I said no, I don't
He's
want to.
got thick cuticles, and mine are like really mushed back there. Like there's no extra skin. Like it has a curve, and then the nail comes out. His goes out with the nail, so I thought you should shove them back.
Yeah, so she wanted to shove them back, and I said no, I don't want to. And we talked about it talked about it for a while, and I kept saying, no, I don't feel comfortable.
Here, put your
with
finger
you-
up there.
With you pushing my
I
cuticle
don't have
back.
I don't have this extra, like, I don't know if they can see it. Let's see.
What are we?
I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, he's got an extra little layer of
Anyways.
skin there,
So I kept
and I want to push him back.
protesting, and I said, you're gonna hurt me. And then finally, I had to relent because I was being tortured with constant pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And then she immediately took a file with a point on the end of it. Remember that?
That's a cuticle pusher.
No, that's a file, and you used it to push my cuticle back. And when she did this, it went back here. Instantly went back there, underneath my skin.
Yeah.
And then she goes, oh, and
I've done-
held my finger saying, oh.
That's the pressure to make it not feel hurt as bad.
Oh, did that hurt?
And then I got the phone book out.
I go,
start
it hurts
slamming
so
his
bad.
nails.
So she started hitting me with a phone book. And then she goes, can you still feel that? I said, yeah, but she goes, oh, I thought the phone book would take your mind off of it. I said, no. I'm hurting from the phone book now and my cuticle having a piece of metal shoved in it. You did that somewhere else to me, too.
On your toes. I've
Oh,
done it
yes.
every time I give you a pedicure. I almost always hurt you.
Oh, it makes me
And he doesn't do his own toes. I do them every time.
cringe.
So, sorry, honey.
Anyways, so yeah, there's some methods of torture that can be used on Putty.
Nails is a good one for him.
Well, let us know if you guys have ever been ripped off to where you just felt so violated, and it wasn't even like the item. Obviously, it sucks, but it's more the
Like
violation.
someone steals your laptop with all your photos on it.
Your phone.
All your photos. You don't have a cloud back then. You
Oh,
know,
that
I don't
would be
use a cloud.
horrible. Oh.
Awful.
Let us know how you got over it.
Who's got the worst?
Yeah,
We'll
who's
pin that
got
one.
the worst?
Whoever winning at the moment will pin it.
And I want to know
And
how
vote
you
thumbs
got
up on
over it.
everybody's awful ones that you really feel bad for.
Did you just let it go and you're fine, or did you obsess over it and think,
He's gonna obsess. I've let it go already.
I've got to protect stuff. I got to feel violated. Like that type
Like he
of...
won't sleep tonight. He'll be listening for the FJ Cruiser having a catalytic converter.
Because I have mental issues.
Yeah.
And that should be taken into account if we ever went to court against these people.
PTSD.
Whatever. All right, well, we feel better talking about it. So thanks for... You're our doctor. You're our therapist.
Steve's therapist.
This is our therapist.
Yep. You're gonna have to snuggle
Okay,
with Putty
I was-
tonight and get some therapy, dog therapy. I'll put the camera
they're
up
my
on your phone
therapist.
and you can spy on it all night. Anytime you hear a noise, you just check
You're
it.
going to reinforce paranoia. This is my therapist.
When
Okay,
we
doctor,
had-
what do I do? What do I do, doc?
When we had people, a couple times we've had people come to our house, Steve did not sleep at all. At all. Anytime there was a noise, he was out checking. He's patrolling the house constantly. I mean, constantly. So it wasn't good.
That's why I'm talking to you, doc.
That's right.
I understand my issues, but I can't. How do I let it
I
go?
can't control.
Like, how do you let it go?
I've let it go. No big deal. There's no catalytic converter for them to get now. If it happens on the other car, we just deal
So
with
if
it then.
Steph was my doctor, I would say, Doc, how do I let it go? And Steph would go, I let it go.
You just let it go.
It's gone.
It's totally gone. Nothing you can do about it now. It's gone.
So she's still over there just sleeping away like this, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens.
Steph,
all
did you
the
hear
time.
that?
It's fine. It's nothing.
Steph,
Leave it alone.
did you hear
There's
that?
nothing you could do about it anyway. Unless somebody's in the house, there's nothing you could do.
All right.
But he'll dream about how he
I'm
can catch him
bummed
in the act. He is.
I don't
bummed out,
dream.
though.
I daydream about it.
He does, he
I can
does. He
envision
plots.
the whole thing. But that's a different
He
story.
plots and schemes.
I am totally bummed out, but I do feel better talking about it. Thanks for listening to me. And hey, be aware about the catalytic converter thing. And I mean, if you want to talk to somebody about putting something on there to help you prevent it, look on YouTube, whatever.
If you know about a shock device, my idea, let us know.
Because it's not a regional thing, it's all over the place.
Mhm.
And it's because of palladium, the price is so much.
And if you only have one car, you really might want to think about putting that plate on there or whatever.
I would seriously consider it, man. The next one will be more positive, I'm sure.
Oh, wait, my dad said your catalytic converter also has a tiny bit of rhodium, which is $19,000 per ounce. Look it up.
Wow. Wow.
What if we lure people to our house so you can do these things that you
Have a
plotting?
car made out of just catalytic. No, a pickup truck with catalytic converters in the back.
Yeah.
Only thing is, they're all connected to each other. You can't just grab one. They're
If you
all
touch
connected.
it, you fry.
You die.
Uh-huh. There you go.
All right.
Come to our house, everyone.
Enjoy your life.